My video for October the 2nd, 2019 is video number 3225. And the title is Global Currency Reset and Restored Republic. Possible timeline. On Monday, September 30th to Tuesday, October 1st, Restored Republic and Gold Standard announcements, plus release of the codes and 800 numbers. Under martial law and mass arrest, activate exchange redemption appointments for 45 days, meaning redemption centers would close and general public exchange would begin in the banks around Friday, November 15th, 2019, with 180 days to activation of GESARA, NESARA, or around Saturday, March 28th, 2020. Monday, September 30th, was the end of the fiscal year for the world monetary system. It was also the deadline for the Cabal to pay their quadrillions in debt to the Chinese elders, or they would be forced to declare bankruptcy. That would end the Federal Reserve and IRS, and thus they would lose control over the global banking system. Prosperity packages were still being delivered, with recipients told they would have liquidity by Tuesday morning, October 1st, not coincidentally the beginning of the fiscal year for our new quantum financial system. I actually had another blurb for this day, but I thought, no, I'm going to hold that one for a later day, maybe tomorrow. And I'm recording this on in the evening of the 1st of October. And I get these announcements periodically. In fact, it was June 3 years ago, 3 years and 3 months, 4 months ago, that I received the first notice. You've got to get in on this. Everything is going to be revalued, and we're going to have to go to an asset-backed currency. And this is the time to invest. So I invested a small amount of money in something that was going to make me very wealthy. I've mentioned that in other videos. And ever since then, it was supposed to happen that month. That was June, 3+ years ago. And it still hasn't happened. And I still continue to get messages just like this one several times a week. Several times a week, every week. I've got to give credit to the people that put this thing out, because they keep saying the same thing over and over again. Of course, the dates change. The dates keep going to current time, to keep people on the edge of expectation and hoping for real change, hoping for the ability to help others. And I have actually listed the programs that I will help finance if I'm ever a recipient of these funds that are supposed to be coming my way. I still hold the paperwork. I'm not about to give it away or sell it. It may be worthless. I don't know. It says it's worth a lot of money, and it will make me a benefactor of humanity, really, to help lift humanity out of the scam that has been perpetrated in the Federal Reserve and those that charge interest. And remember, you need to remember this, folks. When banks loan money, they create the money that's loaned. They don't create the interest. Inevitably, that process creates people that are going to lose their homes, lose their cars, and many cases even lose their lives. It's a very sad state of affairs, because the people that run the money system are not benevolent. They are totally greedy. And this has been the reality in our world for eons, probably. But in modern times, for centuries, this has been going on and on and on. Now, in the last few centuries, it's been the House of Rothschilds and other families like the Rockefellers. And, I could go down the list of names, And you've heard of some of them, and some of you may not have heard of any of them. I don't know. You all, of course, you've heard of the Rockefellers and probably the Rothschilds. They're the two most well-known names of the people that run the scam. But it is a scam. Bear in mind, the Federal Reserve, when it started, its whole purpose was to bankrupt the country. And they accomplished that in what we call the Great Depression. By, within 10 years, little over 10 years, they had bankrupted the United States. Well, the United States has been in bankruptcy since the Civil War to the international bankers. So it's all part of a connected scam that's been ongoing all of our lives. There's nobody, I don't think there's anybody that's alive now, unless they're really, really, really old, that can remember when all of this stuff started. And the United States was founded on the principles of giving human beings rights, but they're trying to take those away now. Who are they? Again, it's the people that run the scam. It's the people that run the monetary system of the world, which the whole scam runs on the monetary system. And it's become total fraud. In the United States, at least when it started, it was gold backed. The currencies had to be gold backed. Now, actually, Abraham Lincoln issued fiat currency. But of course, the bank didn't want that because they wanted to be the issuers. Lincoln actually issued it to benefit humanity. That's perhaps one of the reasons why he was killed. All of this stuff is just a drama that has been ongoing all of our lives and way before. And people say, Ron, but it's all happening now. How does that make sense, folks? I mean, I keep hearing it from spiritual people, metaphysical oriented individuals, as I have been in my own life. But how does it make sense that everything is happening right now? Well, of course, individually, the only thing we can do anything in, we can't do anything to fix the past, and we really can't create the future. So everything has to be created now. I get that, but there is a past, and there will be a future, regardless of anything else. That's how time is. It moves. It doesn't. If it was only now, nothing would change. Everything would be frozen. There could be no physical manifestation at all, no life as we understand life in a physical realm, in a 3D, 4D, 5D, whatever Ds you want to put in there, whatever realm you want to talk about, there would be no way of doing anything because all of that would be an illusion. All of that is not real. Well, I would like to see some of these promises that I've been hearing again and again, week after week after week, month after month, for 3 years and 3 or 4 months. I've been hearing this stuff. Will it ever actually materialize? As I said, 3 years and 4 months ago is when I first became aware of this. And that was the beginning of June when I came back from my trip to Australia. And I've been on the edge again and again. People say, Ron, why are you arguing with God? Why do you pray for God? Well, will God ever keep the promise to bring the kingdom of heaven to earth? That's what I've lived for, to actually see the manifestation where humanity is liberated from the lies and the bondage of the corruption of the money system that has enslaved everyone. Money does not liberate us, it enslaves us. Eventually, we may be able to live in a world where we serve one another. And in serving one another, everything we need is provided because we have a different mentality, a different outlook on what our purpose and potential is. Anyway, I appreciate you folks listening, and once again, namaste.